If you say to me you should respect people, I always respect people. I would disrespect you if I lied to you. I'm not going to call a man a woman. I'm not going to call a woman a man. I'm not going to say sorry for telling the truth.
Your beliefs.
It's not my belief. A woman cannot be a man. A man cannot be a woman. It's not a belief.
But I'm saying in your perception of the world is different from someone else's perspective. Because just as emphatic as you are, that you believe what you just said, there's someone that believes emphatically the opposite.
Okay, so what you're talking about is the idea that everything can be subjective and there's no such thing as truth. And let me tell you why that. But that's why it's either yes or a no.
No, because we're either talking about feelings or facts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I believe there is objective truth. Okay.
Okay.
A person that is born a man, okay, a person that is born with a penis, as we call it, okay, cannot ever grow up and give birth. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there is such thing as an objective truth. I will not apologize for sharing objective truth. I'm not going to apologize for not saying because his feelings are hurt and do you see how I feel? Because
so you have no problem going throughout the world hurting people's feelings.
I have no problem going out the world. That's one way to pitch it. Telling people the truth so they can better their lives. So they can live in reality and not the one, not the fantasy land that they're creating for their lives. But what if someone
believes that is a better life for them?
Okay, well let's play it your way then. Let's do it the other way. There are a group of people who are now referring to themselves as minor attracted people.
Can't go there.
Hey, but that's what they believe. They believe that they are in love and want to have sex with children. They believe that, Nick. They believe it. And are you going to apologize when you call them pedophiles? Are you going to apologize, Nick? Are you going to have them on your podcast? Don't you understand how they feel on the inside when you say that they can't have sex with 8-year-olds?
That is a hell of a point.
It is. The slippery slope is not a fallacy. It is reality. We are living the slippery slope. So somebody's going to have to produce the wall. So there's going to be a lot of voices that need to be objective and tell people the truth. I'm very happy to be those voices. If you're looking for me to, make you feel good, I can't be your mommy. I can't. That's why I tell I can't be your mommy.
But see, that's what I was like.
I'm not your mommy. You're not a toddler. You're an adult.
But see,
this is what truth is. And if you can't deal with truth, then you're going to have a very tough life, way tougher than having to listen to Candace Owens say you are a man on the internet. You cannot feel compassion for lies, especially because they have become what they're doing now is they're wielding compassion as a sword to pass through everything that they want done. And like I said, you are going to blink, and compassion is going to end up with minor attracted people. Compassion is going to mean we can no longer call them pedophiles. That is what is going to happen. It is what is happening.
Can't let that happen.
We are barreling toward that. We are barreling toward that. It's so obvious because people they would rather tell a lie than risk offending someone.
Shalom, this is Gamal Yala, the Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim, pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this is going to be a quick lesson, and I guess I'll name it, Nick Cannon is scared to tell the truth. And come on, Nick, come on, man. Nick used to, at one point, Nick believed he was an Israelite. I don't know if that's still the case, but he got up there with what's his name, Dick Gregory, I believe, and was going into it, and they actually they deleted they flagged it down, they deleted it, and they called it hate speech because he was calling out the Jays. He was calling out the Jays. Well, I don't even think he called them out. I think he really just said that we are the Israelites. But obviously, by us saying that we're the true Israelites, the true biblical Israelites, okay, that makes them, somebody's got to be counterfeit. If we're the true JOOs, then somebody has to be counterfeit. All right, and so E will call that anti-S, and they'll call it, obviously I'm using, code words so they don't flag me. But, they'll call it anti-S, they'll call it hate speech and things of that nature. All right, but this guy, the point being is that this guy, Nick Cannon, he knows, man. He knows exactly what's going on, man. But he's afraid to tell the truth now. Okay? He's afraid to tell the truth. And Candace Owens, she's telling the truth, man. She's a realist. That's why that's why people can't stand her. And that's why a lot of black women also can't stand her. It's because she tends to tell the truth, and I'm not saying she got 100%, but a lot of points she does, a lot of points she says is true, and I've made those same arguments that she's made, as far as, I'll say we, not me, but we make those same arguments as far as, people that are alphabet, people that are on a part of the alphabet, and those that are T's, they will the T on the alphabet, people will make the argument, oh well, no, they can believe that they are. Well, that, like she said, that's subjective. That's subjective truth. That is subjective truth. That's under the belief that everyone can choose, what you can. I can wake up and I can just be a dinosaur. I can wake up and I can identify as a tree, or whatever. And there's real people that do that. There's people that identify as dogs. There's people that identify as infants, babies. There's people that identify as damn near everything, man. Horses. So and we're supposed to treat them, as Nick says, we're supposed to treat them, with respect. We're supposed to treat, they're entitled to that, But there is a thing called objective truth. There is a thing called objective truth, and I did a lesson on that a while back, and I'm gonna get some scriptures in a minute. But I did a lesson on that a while back. There is no such thing as subjective truth. Objective versus subjective truth. Subjective truth is that everything is up to the subject. Any individual can basically have an opinion on something, and everyone can have an opinion on something, and you're supposed to accept it as reality. Now, objective is the truth. Things, 1 + 1 is 2. A stove is hot. Things of that nature. But then you have people who say, oh well, no, yeah, see, no, the stove isn't hot. That's subjective. That's their own wrong opinion that they try to push as correct. And she's correct that there's only 2 genders, man. Matter of fact, let's get this, because it's really simple, man. And people, this is the world we live in, is confusion, man. And the scriptures say the Lord is not the author of confusion. Because these people, they will try to make a falsehood reality, to say that, oh no, a man can be a woman, and vice versa. Matter of fact, let me start with this. Let me get this. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 22, and this is a law. Deuteronomy 22:5. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy power. All right, so that's just number one. You're not supposed to put on women's apparel, and likewise a woman's not supposed to put on a man's apparel. All right, which is that not, T, or as they call it, cross. They'll call it cross dressing. That's another thing. You know, but the Heavenly Father is against that. Okay, the scriptures speak against that that idea. Okay, that way of living. Okay, all right. And the scriptures speak against being a mo. Scriptures speak against, you know, all these things, man. You know. But like I said, this world is full of confusion to make it seem like, oh, you know what? No, they're cool. Like, we gotta accept them. We gotta accept their way of living. But as she explained, where does it stop? Because you have people that are MAPS, minor attractive persons. You have people that are MAPS who also want to be accepted as a you know, as a thing, you know, as a sexual preference. Okay? But the reality is that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Okay? That's the bottom line. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. And you can have as many operations as you want. You know, a doctor can I mean, you could be fooled. You can literally have a woman that literally looks like that doesn't make her a man. And likewise, I don't care how good of a doctor or surgeon you have, that man will never be able to reproduce. I don't care how many hormones you take, how much estrogen, how much testosterone a woman takes or whatever a man or woman takes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know, because you have what's called cisgender. Cisgender is what you were born with, okay? What is your original gender? That's your gender, okay? You can take away a penis, but that doesn't erase the fact that you were born with it, okay? You can operate, you know, and turn it into a vagina, but that doesn't take away that you were born with one, okay? You were born with male anatomy, okay? And you got to be a lost individual to believe that, man. You know, you got to be, these people, these individuals, you know, they're delusional, okay? They're completely delusional. Let's get this. This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. And that's what Nick is doing. Nick is scared. Nick is sold out. He got scared after the JOOs came after him. So he's being real careful about, but he knows these things. He would even probably agree with what Candace is saying behind closed doors, I'm sure. But he's scared and he's being real cautious. So he's trying to he's on some, we got to respect everybody shit. Because he saw what happened. He lost his deals. He lost Wild 'N Out. So he's scared. He's a sellout. Because he should have stood on business. He should have said, hey, man, yeah, I said what I said. And to hell with it, man. This is the truth. But Nick is scared to tell the truth. All right? And you see his reaction. He's a little nervous. He's like, yeah, you do make a good point. And he's standing confounded. Because when you get to, like she says, a slippery slope, you get to a point where you can't defend the lies. You get to a point where it just doesn't make sense. Because when you start hitting people with facts and you just can't, the scriptures say, I will give you a mouth that all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay. Candace Owens is saying no different than what we say. But because it's coming from her, you know, people, oh yeah, damn. But we say the same things. And people don't have no type of way to combat it. Just the same way Nick, he didn't have no way to combat it. He said, yeah, you make a good point. It says that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That puts bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. All right, yeah, so they call, this is an evil thing. Being an alphabet person is an evil thing that they're calling good. Yeah, it's good. You get to, you can, and they disguise it under freedom, under liberty. You know, you could be whoever you want. You know, freedom. Yeah, you're free to be the person you want to be. You know, you're free to live how you want to live. But it's a slippery slope, as she says, because you got to accept everybody. You got to accept it. It just doesn't stop at being a Mo or a T. You got to accept, if you have that same idea where anybody could be whoever they want, then you got to accept all people. You got to, it just doesn't stop there. You got to accept, you got to run with that. Because they say, oh, well, love is love. You could love, well, then people could love trees. People could love, people could love a young child. With that same, if we're using that same logic. All right. So this is wickedness. This is the wickedness. This is the world we live in, man. Where people can just do whatever the hell they want with no regard for reality or truth. All right. All right. I'm looking for neither was the man made. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Wait. If I can find it. But basically, woman was made for the man. If I can find it. Lord willing, I find it. Okay. I mean, I'll just get this. This is the original. This is what it's quoting anyway. Genesis 2:22. And the rib and the Lord Yahawah had taken from man, made he a woman and brought her unto the man. Okay. So the point being is that the woman was made for the man. I wish I could find that exact precept. But the woman was made for the man. It said neither was the man made for the woman, but the woman of the man. All right. And so, hey, the scriptures, hey, it's simple, man. It's simple. You have man and woman. All right. Man and woman. As they say, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Okay. You have man and woman. And the Most High created things, he said, a man will deal with the woman and they will be fruitful and multiply. All right, and that's just that's it. That's reality, man. Men were born with male anatomy, and likewise, women were born with female anatomy, and that is the truth. That is an objective truth. That is an objective statement. But people will misconstrue. No, well, I feel like I should have been this way, so I'm actually this. No, you weren't. So I just wanted to touch on that. Nick Cannon is scared, man. He's scared, and he's a sellout. But I just wanted to get that, and Lord willing, you were edified, giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.